Okay, we're going to look at one question that involves an ellipse. It says find the standard form of an ellipse with the foci are -5, 6 and -5, 0, and the vertices are -5, 7 and -5, -1. Okay, now you don't have to graph to work this problem out, but I do think a basic graph makes it easier. So here is where I have graphed the two foci as well as the two vertices. Okay, so you can see that the major axis is going to be vertical. And you need to find where the center of the ellipse is. If you've drawn a graph, you can pretty much eyeball it and find the point that is right in between either the two foci or the two vertices. It doesn't matter. And that will be the center. And so doing it this way, you can see the coordinates are going to be -5, 3. All right. Now, in general, if you don't want to graph, you can just find the midpoint. You could use the coordinates of the two foci and use the midpoint formula. So a quick recap on that. If you have 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, here's the formula for the midpoint. Basically, you average the x coordinates together. So add them together, divide by 2, and then you average the y coordinates. This should say y1. And that will give you the midpoint. So if you do that with the foci, this point can be your x1, y1, and this one can be your x2, y2, and use that formula, then you would be doing -5 plus -5 divided by 2, which gives you -5. And you would do 6 plus 0 divided by 2, which gives you 3. And then you'd know the center that way. And then this -5, 3, that's going to be your h and your k. All right? Now, we said that the major axis is vertical. So we know we'll be using the form x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1. All right. We will have to account for the center, so x minus h squared over b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared when we put the center in. Okay, so what are the a and the b? So a is going to be the distance from the center to a vertex. So again, you could just look at your graph, that'd be the easiest way. So from the center to this vertex, which was -5, 7, they are 4 units apart. So that is the value of A, all right? B would be the distance from the center to a covertex, which we don't have. We do have C. That's the distance from the center to a foci, or a focus. So you could see here it's 3 units, or you can go this way. I'll draw it down here so it's messy. And that would be, not B, C. Okay, and we have the formula for an ellipse that c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. So 3 squared is equal to 4 squared minus b squared. This allows us to find b squared. So you're going to have 9 is equal to 16 minus b squared, or b squared is equal to 7. Now, that's all you need to answer this question, because we needed to know what b squared was. So it's just going to be 7, all right? B would be the square root of 7, which is approximately 2.6. So if you needed to graph in addition to finding the equation, then you could. But for the question of finding the equation, we don't need to. So then it's going to be x minus, we said h was -5, so x plus 5 squared. And over here, y minus k will be y minus 3 squared. And we said that a squared, a was 4, so that'd be 16. And then that equals 1. And so that would be the answer.